Hey now, you don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, whack packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, my guest today first came to the Stern Show as an intern, but today he is a full-time member of the staff. Now, over the years, we've learned about lots of things that he hates. For instance, cougars, mean people in the back office, spelling, Howard's refusal to take a chance on certain guests like John Hamm or Jason Statham, or of course the Black Keys. We also know that he is a great artist. He's a huge fan of music. He loves beer pong. He knows lots about comic books, and he is the host of The Intern Show. Now, if you are a smoking hot chick, but you don't happen to enjoy George Clooney films, then I'm sorry, but you're just not his type. Please help me in welcoming to our set today, Mr. Steve, don't you dare call me an intern, Brandano. Hi.
That's quite an intro.
Well, thank you, sir.
And very professional,
too. Thank you.
I like it.
I appreciate that.
By the way, it's a pleasure to be here on Fine Time.
Well, I'm really happy that you're here. It's this is long overdue, sir.
Yes, I agree. but thank you.
My pleasure. We got lots of questions for you. You ready?
Awesome.
I'm going to jump right in.
Okay.
Mark M. asks, why are you such an opinionated dick? Also, what exactly is your job on the show?
Okay, I have an answer for both of those questions. The first question, why am I an opinionated dick, is because you only hear me when Howard thinks I'm being ridiculous, or the staff thinks I'm being ridiculous.
I'm sitting there, I'm listening to him, and he's just a douchebag. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
So I talk plenty in the office about a lot of things. You only hear me when I'm upset about something, because that's when Howard finds me interesting enough to bring in, I guess.
You're such a f***ing jealous guy. Go get yourself checked into a f***ing psychiatrist.
So, yeah, it's not that I hate a bunch of things or that I'm super opinionated. You just only hear me when, you know, I'm really going at it, I
Your
guess.
real personality is diluted to the opinionated dick moments.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Exactly. And what do I do on the show? I answer the phones during Howard's show, throughout the show. I do research that I then give to Will, who does research for Howard, on every guest that's coming in. And then someone put it as a utility player, a sixth man. I like that. I kind of know how to do most of the stuff that needs to be done in the back office, so when somebody else can't do it, they know that I'm there, therefore we're always covered.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Luke T asks, are you a mean drunk?
I don't drink anymore, actually.
At all?
No, that's not true. And I don't want to say, like, I don't drink anymore, but...
you just said I don't drink
Yeah,
anymore.
I know, and I'm retracting that. I'm saying I will have a beer out and about to prove that I'm not like a guy that doesn't drink, to prove that I'm normal. You know what I'm saying?
So just bowing to peer pressure to prove...
No, it's not peer pressure. I don't want to go out on a date with a girl that's not drinking.
Even though you don't drink yourself?
Well, I guess I do drink, but I don't drink a lot at all.
Should we start this whole question over?
No, I
mean,
I haven't.
This right now, Steve.
I haven't been drunk in over a year.
Okay.
At least.
So you socially have one here or there. You wouldn't date
Exactly.
someone who doesn't have one here or there.
Right. I think that's weird. And that's why I will have a drink, just to be like,
just to
I'm
not be weird.
Yeah.
When you were drunk, were you mean?
No, again, this is one of the huge things with the Howard Stern show is like, yeah, you're only going to hear about it when we do something stupid. So I can only go off of the only times there's been called out on the show was when I flipped out on Ganji during the beer pong tournament.
Right.
Ganji, you're a fucking you. You.
Oh, hey guys! Oh, everybody! Hold on! Why? You got another interview to do, Ganji? Hold on. Ganji's got another interview to do. Hold on. What? Thank you, Ganji. Thank you for ruining my shot, Ganji. Thank you.
And that was, we played beer pong for Howard TV. They had us there all day, and they took time to do interviews, and they dragged out this thing. And then in the last game that's important, they said, hey, whoever makes the next cup is going to win. Not, hey, whoever wins this is going to win. We ran out of time, next cup wins. And I was like, F that, basically. And flipped out. And yes, I was drunk, and so...
Wasn't but Ganji's 20-minute interview before the show, we would be fine. What, Ganji? Tell us how it's going to go, Ganji.
Is it more that you're a mean beer pong player than a mean drunk? Is that really the issue? It's about beer pong integrity?
I don't want to lose a game of beer pong because Ganji said you got next cup wins. That's not... If you're in the 6th inning of the World Series and someone goes next run wins, I think the team would be pretty mad about that. Both teams.
Fair point. John R. asks, do you think the term cougar is still used incorrectly?
Luckily for America, I think we've gotten out of the cougar phase.
Really?
Yeah. That I really haven't heard it at all.
What about
recently.
the Cougar Life is our sponsor on the show?
Well, I can't talk about that because what I would say would be very disparaging, and I wouldn't want to disparage a sponsor.
But I'm just bringing up that it's still as relevant as the show. I mean, it's on the show, so it's being used.
I would think
incorrectly.
I would think that yeah, I don't know how to touch that. But no, the cougar problem is not as big as it was.
It's given an excuse for ugly, divorced, lonely women to come to bars that I'm going to. I can hook up with a decent-looking 20-year-old. I don't want these old, ugly women in here. Hey, boys, I'm a cougar. I'm telling you, this is going to bring us down.
And you said in your intro that I hate cougars. That is not the case. I don't hate cougars. I just am not interested in them at all.
You're not interested in cougars. It's not about the term being used correctly or incorrectly.
No, at the time, it was. Like, we would have a 24-year-old intern in our office saying, oh, that 20-year-old, he's hot. I'm a cougar. No, you're not a cougar. A cougar is an older woman.
There's a certain number of years.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be a 24-year-old cougar just because you think a boy is cute. And that was one of my problems or things that I get worked up about was you're not using that term correctly.
Got
and
it.
We weren't as a show and society wasn't. And now people have gotten over older women.
For society's clarification, how many years does a cougar define itself?
You have to
by?
be an old woman, first of all.
Okay, over.
So you have to be 50, I would say. Maybe if you're beat up, late 40s.
Okay.
But I would say 50 and over. And then you have to be attracted or sleeping with a guy who is below his 30s. I would say that's fine cougar territory.
There you have it, America. Question from John K. John asks, what are some things that you do for the show that we as fans don't necessarily know about or get to see?
Oh, I think the notes is a big thing. I mean, I don't even know that people know that Will does the notes, you know what I mean? But every guest that comes in, we do notes on. Now, Will does a substantial amount. I'm not trying to claim that I do as much as Will does. But there's certain stuff that gets used. Gary, I'm one of 4 guys in the back office. John Hine, Jason Kaplan, Will Murray, and myself. And of course, Gary. Many times, Gary comes out and asks the 4 of us, I'm thinking this, what do you guys think? And we talk as a group, and Gary brings it into Howard. He doesn't say, well, Steve Brandano thought this, but he comes in and brings it in. Same with pitching guests. I think this guy would be great on the show. Here's why. He goes and brings it to Howard. I've read a ton of books of people that have come in and done the notes on them. So, I mean, besides notes, though, when you hear about a GP 1 or 2, a lot of times I put up those clips. There's a lot of stuff going on in our office that I get to Howard through Gary.
Gotcha. You're a gatekeeper of that.
Gary.
Well, Gary's the gatekeeper.
Yes.
You are behind the gate.
Right.
Question from Justin F. Justin asks, why are you such a Napoleonic bitch?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. That means that I'm small, right?
That's my assumption.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 5'8". I would say that's average. So I maybe have an average complex.
You have an average.
I don't know. But again, this all goes to you only hear me when I'm getting worked up on the air, you know? And so I don't know. Many of these questions seem to be like you're entitled or whatever. Like, I don't really know where people are getting this from. If it's the Black Keys thing, like yelling at Howard.
Tell me something about the Black Keys I care about. Tell me something.
I can pull up the notes
Tell
that
me
we've
something
had.
right now. You're a fan.
Besides the fact that they're the biggest band in the country.
They're not the biggest band in the country.
They certainly are. And you're in
Being
here
the
always
biggest
going,
band-
oh,
being
there's
the
no
biggest
rock
band-
music these days. Oh, I got to
There
listen
is
to all
rock
this
music.
stuff.
Nobody cares about it anymore, Steve. It's a dying industry. People laugh at these fucking kids up on stage now instead of worshiping
No
them.
one laughs at the Black Keys.
I would ask the people, like, do you want someone to say something in the back office, get called in here, and then be like, oh no, Howard, you're right, that makes a lot of sense? Or you want them to stand up for what they're saying? Because anytime that I come through the door into the studio here, I feel like somebody, whether it was Howard saying come in here or Gary saying Steve has something that he wants to say, they've said, all right, I think this is good for the air. And I don't want to half-ass it, and I don't want to come in and just say, oh no, you're now that I think of it, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm going to stick to what I was saying. And I think you would hate me a lot more. Well, you wouldn't hear me at all if I wasn't opinionated, I guess.
That's who makes you who you are.
Yeah.
Andrew K asks, how do you feel about being the poster boy for the Black Keys as far as Howard is concerned?
That's an excellent question, because it's very... something that I dislike about the show is that you just get... like, this is your thing now. The Black Keys, I think, are a very big band. There are bands that I love and have seen, like, upwards of 50 times that I love way more than the Black Keys. The Black Keys are a huge band right now that I do like a lot and think are awesome.
I don't listen to the Black
Just have them
Keys.
come in and play some songs. You, again, like I said in the clip, you have Maroon 5 in here, and you're like, how do you
I
play the
have Maroon
piano
5?
like that? Because they're very popular. I get that. And I like Matt Nathanson, too. People know the Black Keys. It's crazy.
It's not.
It's crazy that you think people don't know the Black Keys.
But more importantly, they're fans of the Howard Stern Show, and I think that it would be good for our show to have them on. So this is what people don't understand. I think people think that I'm in the back saying, hey, you should have on Soul Live or Humphreys McGee or bands that I love, and I just got pulled. Like, I know that Soul Live doesn't work for the Howard Stern Show. The Black Keys do, and that's why I made such a big deal about it. And mark my words, you will be seeing the Black Keys on the Howard Stern Show. That's not an exclusive. I'm just saying they're big enough that Howard is gonna realize that he's wrong at some point. He won't apologize to me, but he'll realize.
Okay, noted. DZ asks, would you ever sell your artwork of the staff to the fans, and who is your favorite staffer to draw?
That's an awesome question. Thank you, DZ, because they must like my artwork, I guess. Another thing about the Howard Show that I'm always like confused about or don't really like is I think people make money off of Howard. And a while ago when I started, or maybe it was just from listening to the show, I know that Howard doesn't like that. I know that Howard doesn't like us talking to guests out in the hallway. There are plenty of people that I would know that I could go up to when they're on the Howard Stern Show and be like, hey man, just Adam Carolla, hey man, I listen to your show every day, huge fan, get it on, nice to meet you, have a good time in there. I could do that and not get yelled at. But I don't do that because I know that Howard wouldn't like that. I know that's not what you do. So as much as I'd like to make money selling artwork of people that I've drawn here, I don't think Howard would like that. I don't think that's right to do here, so I don't do it. The thing that sucks is there's no reward for that whatsoever. And I'm not saying there should be. I'm just saying with many things in my life, I act like this is the right thing to do, and there's no reward for doing the right thing ever. There just isn't.
You sleep better at night. And who's your favorite? Who's your favorite staffer to draw?
My favorite staffer to draw is John Hine. I don't know why, but when I draw, John Hine has a very you know, when you're drawing, it's all circles and boxes. And John has a very boxy face, and it lets him do. I can make him look like a superhero very easily, like the square chin and like. So I've drawn some. I like my John Hine drawings, and I think John does too because it makes him look like, I don't know, he's kind of superhero.
I want a portrait someday, Steve.
Girls are very difficult to draw.
Let's see what you can do.
All right.
Question from Brandon S. Brandon asks, do you think that Howard likes you? He usually seems to give you a hard time whenever you're in the studio.
Another good question. To be perfectly honest, no. I think I don't think Howard dislikes me. I think better between like or dislike. I think I annoy Howard.
I don't want to see their show canceled. I just think it's going to kill all of us if they keep going the way that it's going.
It sounds like you want it canceled.
No, yeah, because I don't want to come in here and go cancel the show that my friends are doing. It's their show and it's good.
You're saying you don't want it canceled, but you think it should be canceled.
No, I'm saying I want us to all be friends.
Well, how can you be
over
friends
everything? If that means canceling the show, then that's what I would want.
You annoy me. He annoys me.
But I don't want to come say cancel my friend's show.
Right.
Again, probably because he only hears me when I'm worked up with stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel like Howard is annoyed by me. You can hear when he. Sometimes he'll. This is what gets me the worst of anything, is when it will have nothing to do with me, but I will be mentioned, and he says my name like this. He goes, Steve Brandano.
Steve Brandano thinks it's a party.
That's the way he does it. Steve Brandano. Like, that's the way he says my name. Like, it hurts him, or he's got a bad taste in his mouth when he says my name.
Steve Brandano is calling Pharrell. Steve Brandano's an intern.
And get back to artwork. I did this was the most. When he makes fun of me, it never bums me out. It usually makes me feel like, oh, I was a part of the show today, you know? Like, he didn't call me Steve the intern. He said Steve Brandano, like, cool. I did artwork, and I did a blog, and they put it on the howardstern.com. And I always thought, like, you know, you watch him talk to a piano player up here, and he's like, how do you do that? And it's just like, he's just playing the piano, man. Like, Howard gets impressed by stuff that he can't do or doesn't do supremely well, like most of the stuff he does. And I thought I made the mistake in my head of building up his reaction to my artwork. Like, I thought he was going to be like, wow, you know, I thought this kid was a lummox, but look at him, he's actually got some talent in there. And when he talked about it, he said, yeah, I don't know, Steve Brandano, I guess he thinks he's an artist or something, his artwork's up there. And I was just like, oh man, like, I really thought, like, he was gonna be like, wow, how about that? And he was just like, yeah, I don't even know that he looked at it, but that was the thing that's bummed me out the most of anything in my 7 years here, definitely. It was, you know.
We need an art critic to come on and maybe evaluate your stuff.
Maybe.
Just a thought. Question from Elise C. Elise asks, did you ever think that your internship would turn into a full-time job with Howard? And if that hadn't happened, what would you be doing now?
Well, now I'm just going to sound like an asshole if I wasn't complaining about Howard in my drawings. But, yes. As a matter of fact, the guy that was my advisor at UMass, he, like, tells the story all the time. I've done a bunch of things with him, too, like, help out UMass stuff. But I went into his office, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting an internship at the Howard Stern Show, and I'm going to get a job there. And he was like, all right, you're not the first person that said that, and I don't know, I got a job there. If I didn't, I wanted to be in radio, mostly because I wanted to go to concerts for free and get to interview bands. Then the Howard Stern Show is the place to be in radio, so that was obviously number one. But I had other morning radio internships lined up in Boston, and I think I would have done the same thing that I did here, which was find where there was a hole and get at it, you know? So I think I would have done that. If not, I probably would have gone out to LA and tried to get a PA job somewhere or whatever. I was playing a lot of music in college and doing comedy, like goofy songs, and I was getting traction with that, so I might have given that a try, most likely.
Excellent. Question from Angelo V. Angelo asks, F, marry, kill, Beth, Rachel, and Lisa G. Explain your answers.
Oh, it's easy. Kill Lisa G, marry Beth, and F Rachel. There's no question to that at all. Kill Lisa G is easy. You should have picked somebody else in there. So shame on whoever that was.
Angelo.
And Beth seems like a sweetheart. I've met her a bunch of times, like at the Christmas party and stuff like that. If she doesn't know who I am, she pretends to, and I like that. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, F Rachel, and I'm not even going to look at you. I was very nervous about this interview itself because, one, because your husband's like, I know he's going to see this. This is if he's not watching it right now. And also, the other day, it was one of my high horse moments where I was upset with Jason Kaplan about how he had a list of, he knows which staff wives he would F. Like, he has a list. And I was like, that's like the most awful thing I've ever heard. That means every time you meet one of these wives or girlfriends, you go, all right, where would I put her on the list of people I was gonna F? And then I was like, no, there's no one here that I think about like that. There's no one, when I meet Will's wife, I'm not thinking about effing her, and that's not a shot at her. It's just like, I'm not thinking about effing people's wives. And then on my walk home, I was like, oh, Rachel, fine. I don't even have a leg to stand on anymore, and I was hoping that Jason wouldn't remember that.
I think it's really sweet. Thank
Okay.
you. I take it as a compliment. It doesn't bother me.
Well, yeah, it
Thank
is a
you.
compliment, but still, I'm ashamed at myself for thinking this way about you.
I'm totally fine with it.
Right.
I want to thank Steve for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can send a video submission and be a part of the show. And remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time. Was this a fine time?
Yeah, now I realize you can't change it to Wilson time. That doesn't.
Yeah, I got to stick with fine time. It doesn't
work.
have the same catchy.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was great.
I think you did good. I think you said a lot of mortifying things that will haunt you forever.
All right, just another day.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey, James Franco is here, so I'm going to take a little break. Then we're going to talk to him about his career. Dude's done some good movies. Milk.
He's had a really incredible career, and he doesn't live necessarily in Hollywood. You know, that's an
Where's he
interesting
live?
thing, too. I think he lives here in New York.
He does?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He's going to Yale. Imagine James
Well, now
Franco's
he's
in your
up in
class.
Connecticut.
Yeah. I remember the guy from Weezer was going to Yale, too. I said, that's got to be weird when you go to class and Weezer's there.
Right.
Remember him?
Well, do you think he's doing that just so he can date co-eds?
Who? James? He can date whoever the fuck he wants. He didn't need to go to college. And he taught a class at NYU. He's a bright guy.
Right, yeah. Well, who knows what the class was? It could have been photography or
Right.
something like that.
Oh, like that's easy.
No, just saying it's not physics.
Well, maybe he was teaching physics.
Then I'd be impressed.
Right. All right. Anyway, we're going to talk to James Franco next, right after these words.
How you doing, James? Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Good morning. I'm sure you heard Howard talking you up a little bit with Robin.
Yeah.
Just wanted to gauge your feelings. How are you doing going into this interview?
I'm fine. I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but I'll make the best of it.
Cool. All right, man. We'll see you in the studio.
All right.
He was on the show before, right? Am I right?
We don't think so.
I never remember that.
I remember him sitting on a couch.
Zero recollection.
At
Jason-
K-Rock?
What's that?
At K-Rock?
I don't think so.
almost positive.
You guys look it up?
We did.
I've looked at. I haven't
Wow.
seen it.
All right, James Franco is here. He's got a new movie out, Spring Breakers. I could have sworn.
Sounds like a comedy.
I think they were on. I think they were plugging Pineapple Express together.
Weren't you? Everyone's telling me you were never on before. I know you were.
No, you're wrong, Howard.
You've never been on before?
No. So good to
I
meet
didn't
you.
think so. I wouldn't forget that.
I feel I know you.
Maybe you've talked about me a lot.
Maybe it's from your
I know
movies.
Seth has been on. But,
That's been on a lot.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
Good.
You live in New York?
I sort of. I live all over, but I have a place here.
You got a place here and a place in L.A.? Is that how we're working it?
Yeah. I've got a very small place here, so I'm not. It's not like an extravagant.
Not like your permanent home.
But you say L.A. like you're disappointed that you live in L.A.
Well, I lived in L.A. for 10 years. I grew up in Northern California in Palo Alto. Then I went to L.A. to go to UCLA. I dropped out after a year.
Wait a second. Back up for a second.
Yeah.
You grew up in Palo Alto, California.
Yeah, you know it?
Yeah, I know it. And, I mean, I kind of know it. I don't know it. But
You're here all the
when
time.
you went to UCLA to study acting, your parents basically threw you out of the house and disowned you kind of thing? Or wouldn't pay for it?
Right. Well, no, the story is in high school, I was interested in art, acting, and literature. My father was in business. He had gone to Stanford and Harvard for business and mathematics. So he had dreams that I would become a mathematician.
Aye.
When I didn't do that, the compromise was that I'd study English at UCLA.
Right.
As soon as I got to LA, I saw that half the city was in the movie business, and I thought, now's the time to try. And I wasn't in the theater program at UCLA, so at the time, I thought I could only do one. I couldn't do school and acting. So I dropped out of school and I went to acting school.
So let me understand something. The old man's like a genius type, right?
He's pretty smart. He was smart, yeah.
Is he dead now?
Yeah.
Okay. And when they gave you all these edicts, were you good in math in high school?
I was good. Well, I mean, because he pushed me. So that's what he taught me and my brothers. So I tested very, very well on the SAT in math. And
what'd you get on your SAT? You could.
I've never talked about it, but
I want to know.
I did.
Did you get an 800
on the math? No, close.
7 what?
7 something good.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a brilliant guy.
Well,
but you understand the old man was kind of like looking out for you. He was like, "Hey, don't become an actor." Did you act in high school? Were you in the school play and all that?
At the end.
Isn't it weird how you never even take an interest in that thing, but you might have it in your head that one day you'll be an actor?
I was always interested, but right. I was
shy.
I was shy, and it's if you don't kind of do it regularly, breaking that ice and just doing it for the first time can be very hard.
Scary.
Yeah. So I love film. I'd go to plays in San Francisco to see plays in San Francisco all the time, but actually getting up and trying to do it was a very scary thing.
What was the play in high school that you first went into?
So that story is I needed an excuse to kind of, just push me into it. So I had a girlfriend that was in the drama department. She was asked to do a one-act play that one of her fellow students had written that happened to be like a romantic play, and they were going to kiss on stage. And I was pissed that this guy wrote this play and then asked her to be in it. It seemed like a real play, for my girlfriend. And so I begged her not to do it, and she smartly didn't listen to me. I mean, I was being, You
were being a dick.
I was being a little immature, yeah.
Right.
So as revenge, in my mind, I thought, okay, you're going to go do that, then I'll show you, and I'll act to get, as revenge.
Well, I'll show you.
Yeah. But actually, it worked out really well. I got the leads in the last 2 plays of the year, so it was.
Were you a popular guy in high school? Like, because you're a good-looking dude, so I figured that always works in your favor.
I guess you could say I was popular, although
Athlete?
I tried. Yeah. I played football my freshman year and then dropped from the team.
Right.
And I played soccer, but not really competitive.
But you were getting laid in high school, and you had girlfriends and all that stuff.
I had a girl. I mean, I had this girlfriend. Her name was Jasmine for 2 years.
Where's she now? Do you friend her on Facebook or anything?
I don't do Facebook, but
why not? It's not cool.
Got to find Jasmine.
Yeah, don't you want to hook up with that Jasmine? Like just to,
I'm in
out?
touch with Jasmine.
Are you?
Yeah. So
is she like, oh, I want you back, please? You're this huge movie star now. I want you so badly. She wants you.
No, I mean it's more like she became really friendly with my mom, who still lives in Palo Alto. So she's now like a family friend.
So when your old man, what did your old man exactly say to you when you got into UCLA? Okay, you can study English.
Yeah.
I want you to be a mathematician because there's tons of dough in that, which, you know, you could have been an actuary and make a ton of fucking dough, right?
An actuary.
Of course.
Sounds exciting.
My dad said to me, you should be an actuary. And I went, do you see that I get an F in math? I didn't even know what 4 times 7 was.
Well, it sort of blew up in his face a little bit because I had tested so well in high school. I tested out of having to take any of the required math classes at UCLA.
Wow.
So actually, after high school, I never took another math class.
I mean, it probably was tempting in some aspect to go into math and make a ton of money, too, because it was a safe career for you. You're good at it, and there's tons of, they need people who are good at math.
I guess I wasn't really thinking that way. I wasn't thinking, oh, I need a career to make money. I guess I always thought I want to do what I love, and that was.
Did you grow up wealthy?
Well, we lived in Palo Alto. I mean, we weren't on like the top scale of Palo Alto, but we were in one of the best cities in the country.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your old man was so smart. And then you clearly got the brains too, because aren't you like a professor or something at NYU and all? I mean, aren't you taking multiple classes?
Yes, I went to...
Which degree are we working on now?
What are we working on now?
Okay, so the way it worked out was I dropped out of UCLA. I went to acting school.
Did the old man want to kill you when you dropped out of UCLA?
I mean, that story... at the time it seemed like it, and they said they were supporting me when I was at UCLA. When I left, they said we're not going to support you.
So you went to work at McDonald's, right?
Yes.
How was that?
It was very interesting, and I have a lot of stories from it. And I've actually it's given me a lot of material to write about, and
What were you, a cook or a cashier?
I worked the drive-through. So there's 2 stations for the drive-through: the guy that takes the order and takes the money, and then the people that give you the food.
Is that the prestige job?
I think that's the lowest. They didn't want me at the front counter.
Why not? Were you just a goofball?
I mean, it was really my first job that I took seriously. In high school, I had a job at the golf course, and I drive the cart in the driving range. But I'd read books as I was driving the cart.
Right.
And I got fired for that. And then...
Do you still have your uniform from McDonald's?
I
Is there
wish.
a uniform?
It might be in storage. It might be in storage. I kept, everything I had...
Did you have to wear the hat?
Yeah, but we had... For some reason, we had, like, purple hats. We didn't have, like, the cool paper hats.
Must be a California thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It was their new look, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing to think... Like, they should have you on a commercial for McDonald's. Like, hey, I worked here. I bet you they could get a lot of actors who used to work there and do a whole campaign. Pretty cool.
This is the jumping off point for becoming a huge star?
Eddie Murphy worked at McDonald's, too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think
kidding.
When I worked there at the time, I was like, oh, Eddie did it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This is where all the celebrities work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who else worked there? Kim Jong-un, the president of North Korea, or whatever he is, dictator for life. So you're at UCLA, you leave there, and now you're working at a McDonald's. Do you ever say to yourself, you know what? I'm a fucking idiot. Like, what am I doing? I was at UCLA, now I'm at McDonald's.
Yeah, I think there was a moment where I remember a phone call with my dad, and basically he said that, like, look at what you're doing. You're at McDonald's.
Did you guys have a falling out to the point where he wouldn't talk to you for a while, or you wouldn't talk to him? Like, was there a whole big drama there?
No, it was never that, and possibly because I actually didn't have to work at McDonald's for that long. I think I only worked there about 2 or 3 months.
Then you got a job?
And then I got a job on a
soap opera?
No, my very first paying acting job was
Freaks and Geeks.
No, way before that was a Pizza Hut commercial, but it was a Super Bowl commercial.
Nice.
So it paid pretty well. They had some CG version of Elvis, like singing about the deep dish pizza, and I got paid, and really I never had to get another job again. I could support myself on acting from that point on.
Isn't that awesome? I mean, you know,
So
commercials
your
pay
parents
well. Yeah.
got to see your success. Did your dad take back what, you know?
Everything with him is fast food. Like his first job was McDonald's, and then he got a pizza commercial.
I noticed that,
If
yeah.
it wasn't for
But
fast
did
food, you'd be a failure.
Early days.
Did your dad say that, you know, he was wrong and you were right?
Son, you were right. I was wrong.
Actually, yeah. I mean, as time went on and they saw that I could support myself.
That's all anyone asked for.
Yeah, a lot of that pressure was relieved because I guess they look at the percentages of actors, young kids that go to L.A. and that make it, and they were very scared.
Sure.
Being a mathematician, he would know that.
Exactly.
But meanwhile, I would have said, "Hey, Dad, I'm never going to count again. I'm never going to use my math skills. That's it."
There's something
What'd you get on the algebra regions? I got 100.
Well, I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Oh, you don't have regions?
They don't have regents necessarily.
Oh, New York, they have regions. They give you these tests, and you get, I don't even understand it, but they gave us a test, and I got 100. And don't ask me how to this day.
You
I got 100. I aced it.
Nice.
Algebra.
Nice.
Look at me.
That stuff is like gone from my mind. Yeah. I mean, I totally respect it, and I wish, like, I did have to take a couple. I went back to UCLA, and I had to take a bunch of general education classes. So I had to take.
When do you go back? When you're already working?
After about 7 or 8 years of working as a
Where were you at career-wise yet? Like, what have you done? Freaks and Geeks?
So here's what happened. Yeah, I did the commercial. I did a couple guest spots on Pacific Blue, which is like Baywatch on bicycles.
Yeah, who was in that?
I don't know who was in that.
Were you depressed?
It might have had Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell. He might have been on that. I think
big star, yeah.
And then I did.
Is he a nice guy or is he a douche?
Mario's nice actually.
Guy,
he does interviews, I think, for E! Now. Or something.
Right.
Yeah, one of those shows.
He's cool. He's a boxer too. I knew him from this boxing gym that I trained at.
You box?
I did a horrible boxing movie about
what movie?
8 years ago.
Did I see that?
Probably not.
You know what fucking movie I love that you did?
What?
The one where you're stoned in, I keep forgetting the name of it.
Your Highness.
Your Highness.
You like that movie?
I love it, and so does Jimmy Kimmel. He's the only other guy I ever found. I love that. I love that fucking movie. It's the funniest movie. It's these guys, they're high, but it's medieval times.
Well, that's basically how the idea for the movie came.
It's hysterical.
David Gordon Green and Danny McBride went to college together. They went to film school together.
Right.
And they used to play a game where they'd sit around and you just come up with titles for movies. And so it was Your Highness. And they're like, oh yeah, a knight that is high and fights dragons.
And it's funny as hell. And it got trashed in the reviews.
Yeah.
People didn't get it. I giggled the whole time.
I think it was a tricky. There were a lot of tricky things about it. Somehow spoofing a fantasy film.
It's hysterical.
It's tricky. Like they did it well with Monty Python, but since then.
Because people who love fantasy films need real fantasy, and you guys are goofing on it. But I don't know. Because I think those movies are so funny. Yeah. When you're in a movie like that, when you went to see it, like after it's all done, did you say, "Oh shit, this is a real turkey," or did you think it was good?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. Were you nervous, career-wise?
That came. No, I mean, not really. I mean, that came at a weird moment because.
Hadn't you done Milk just and gotten like the Academy Award or something?
No, the writer and Sean Penn got the Oscars.
You didn't get an Oscar for that?
No.
You weren't nominated?
No, I was nominated for 127 Hours. So thank you. Thank you.
Did you win for 127 Hours?
No.
Who won that year?
King's Speech, Colin Firth.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. You did a good job at 127 Hours, though, man. Right? Don't you think?
Thank you. Well, I mean, that
fucking lunatic who was climbing those rocks.
That was a crazy, movie.
Would you ever be like that in real life and climb a rock? I wouldn't.
No. I don't do anything. I don't do much athletic stuff.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
That's why I've got a tuchus filled with cellulite.
But
well, don't you worry. You don't sit around worrying about your looks.
What's that?
You don't sit around worrying about your looks and saying, "Oh, I have to go to the gym." And
I mean,
You work out?
I
Beef up?
I have my own little routine. I do about like 15 minutes a day. I do the minimum because I don't want to go Brando, but
Yeah, but you got to stay in shape, dude. You're a leading man.
All right, so I do pay a little attention. I have my little sit-up routine and that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah? What do you do, like intense workout? What do you bench?
It's not that
15 minutes,
no,
he said.
15 minutes.
Did you bench more than 95?
You can
That's
hardly
what
warm up in
I haven't
that
done a
time.
bench press since high school.
I bench 95. If I could do that 10 times.
That's
Thanks. You should
You and
see
me
me.
would be good gym partners.
At the gym, I act like I have a bad back. So
I need a
girls,
spot.
you know, when girls are looking at me, my trainer spots me at 95 pounds, and I go, by the way, I hurt my back. I say it really loud. You know? But I can do some pull-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good on that.
Oh, you look thin. I mean, it looks like you could do a lot of
I'm
pull-ups.
fat thin. Like, I take my clothes off, and
Skinny.
there's a belly and tits.
My brother, has a word. It's word for that. It's called skinny fat.
You're skinny fat. That's me. Yeah, it's such a mess. But you know, man, I'm losing it all. That's all. I hit the wall like at puberty. So wait, get back to your life.
Okay.
So you're working at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
You get the fucking career going with the pizza commercial.
Yeah.
Then what's the big break? Freaks and Geeks?
Yes, exactly. I did another guest spot on The Profiler. Was a show with Robert Davi. Do you know who that is? Robert
No.
Davi. He played
Great character actor.
I heard of
he's
Abu
in the
Dhabi.
Goonies. You know the Goonies?
Yeah.
He's one of the villains in the Goonies.
Oh, okay.
And he's actually like, I think he sings opera or something. He's won some Grammys or something, but he's got a kind of severe face. He plays villains a lot.
He's got a skin condition.
Okay.
That's a severe face.
That's a nice way of saying.
Thanks for saying it.
Yeah, I
Ryan.
like
So,
that though. I know a lot of dudes with severe faces.
But I want to give him credit because I was doing The Profiler, and and it was pilot season, and he worked on the sides for Freaks and Geeks with me for the audition.
Ah.
And I went in, and I met Judd Apatow and Paul Feig, the guys that created that.
Those are the right guys to meet.
Yeah, but they were, Paul had really done nothing at that point. He was an actor. He did like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and stuff like that. So he wasn't anywhere at that
Isn't
point.
that so much of Hollywood though? Like you got to kind of schmooze and know people and like get to know like the good writers and all that stuff. I mean, it's a pain in the ass career, isn't it?
Well,
like you don't have to audition anymore, right?
No, not really. But with Paul, I mean, I think if you know Judd, Judd is a guy that really gives people, shots. So if you know Judd, you don't have to go through all the, hassle of kind of schmoozing in Hollywood.
So Freaks and Geeks is the big break, right?
Yeah, it was the first good thing I did. But I didn't understand what a great opportunity it was at the time. I kind of thought, oh, all right, not every show, but maybe this will happen all the time. And in hindsight, it was like great actors. It was Seth Rogen's first acting job. You had great writers like Mike White, who's gone on to do like this HBO show.
So you're good friends with Seth still?
Yeah.
You guys did Pineapple Express together and all that.
Well, we have another movie coming out this year.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So we reteamed years later for Pineapple Express, and
that made a ton of dough, right?
Yeah, it did really well.
How much money did that make?
Great movie. Oh my God.
I don't even know how much it did. I mean, it was cool because it was a success, but when it came out, it was already like a cult classic.
Yeah, right.
Immediately.
Do you worry about your career? Like, do you check the box office when a movie comes out? I mean, be honest about it, because it seems like to me like you don't give a shit about all that, but maybe you do.
Yes and no. When I was early on in my career, there was a point where when I went back to school, I had done a few movies that I wish I hadn't done. And
this is when you're at UCLA and you go back to school.
This is right before.
Right.
And I did these movies because there's a point in your career, maybe you can empathize, where you don't, early on, you just kind of take what you can get. You just want work.
And that's fun.
Yeah.
Because you don't worry.
Yeah.
You're an actor. You want to act.
Exactly.
Right.
And then if you're fortunate, you start to get some success, and then you get choices.
Right.
And when that moment came, I was scared. I didn't know that, as an artist, I should do the things that I believe in. I should do the kinds of movies that I like, that I respect. I was still in this mentality of like, oh, you need to build a career. And so I'd listen to advice that was that was pointing in the direction of career building. And so
agents were like telling you stuff to do.
Yeah, and
So what movies did you choose?
Well, the ones
I want to know what he did that he didn't.
The ones
like.
I didn't really like, and although I worked very hard on them, were like Tristan and Isolde, this like romantic medieval thing.
You in the medieval?
Yeah,
you need to be in Your Highness.
It was the early version of Your Highness,
right?
Without the comedy, and then Annapolis was the boxing one, and then I did this other one called Flyboys, which. I mean, they all had elements that you could think, okay, yeah, it could be good, and then.
So when you read the scripts, you weren't even that turned on by them, but guys said, hey, listen, work with this director, work with these guys, this will make money, and you start to make all your decisions like that. It's like a committee.
Yeah, sort of.
So now you read the scripts and you say, hey, this is what I want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's working out.
Or these are the people that I want to work with. And Sean, so here's the thing. Sean Penn gave me advice early on. I met him long before Milk. And we had a dinner one time, and
how's that'll come about? I'd like to go to dinner with him.
Yeah, it was great. It was as a young actor, it was a dream.
How do you get that dinner?
He saw the movie I did about James Dean, and he really liked it. And
didn't you start smoking for that movie? Like, didn't you smoke 2 packs a day?
That's true. That's true. That's a Trivial Pursuit question.
Yeah.
No, it really is in Trivial Pursuit. Which actor started smoking and didn't talk to his family for 3 months for a role? James Franco.
You're one of those actors.
Now, why couldn't you talk to your family?
So wait a second.
Because I was a young extreme actor, and
Yeah, but aren't you in character on all your? Where was it on this new movie you just did? This one called Spring Breakers, which by the way is fucking hardcore, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, good.
But Spring Breakers. Didn't you stay in character on set the whole time, like Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah, what is he, Lincoln? What
you're like one of those maniacs, right?
No.
All the
Who is your character in Spring Breakers?
All right, let's talk about Spring Breakers.
All right, go ahead.
So I play a character named Alien.
Right. And
it's
you're a bad
great
dude.
character. It's maybe my favorite character that I've ever played.
You're a bad guy in this.
I'm bad, but as he says, he's a gangster with a heart of gold,
right.
and he is in a way. He's complicated. He's not just a bad drug dealer.
Don't you like rape Selena Gomez in this movie?
I don't rape her.
You don't?
No.
Don't you bang 2 of these broads at the same time?
I do that. Yes.
I'm looking forward to this movie.
Yeah. You'll like
Selena Gomez, and who's the other chick?
So the actresses were Selena Gomez, Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
So you're getting Disney girls.
Yeah, and then Ashley Benson from this show called Pretty Little Liars.
And you bang all of them in the movie, right?
I have a threesome with Ashley Benson's character and Vanessa's character.
Look, it's you.
Yeah.
Did you get hard during
But how do you stay in character?
What?
How do we
It's
know
hard.
you're in
I mean,
character?
if you're in a love scene,
Yeah, I get boned up the whole time.
You got boner.
I got boner in just being in a bathtub with the chick. It wasn't even a love scene. They had to stop the shoot so I could stand up and rest
now
it.
tell me this: on that shoot,
Yeah.
who was the crew? Were they all friends? Were they all people that you knew?
I didn't know any of them.
You didn't care.
I was like, I can't control that thing. I'm boned
guess
up
you're
now
just
hearing
like-
about you and Vanessa Hudgens.
You've got you're just comfortable, I guess.
No, you know what it is? It's like I'm in character, man. I'm
Well,
doing
No,
my
he's
thing.
play
like
yourself.
Yeah, and I would have had a boner.
You better get a boner.
You
He's
need to
like
tell
a
me
13-year-old.
when you do a love scene with these 2 girls in bed, and it's a threesome.
No, it's in a pool.
In a
threesome's
pool.
in a pool. Yeah.
You don't get hard at all because you're into it. You're losing yourself in the moment.
You do lose yourself when they say action.
Right.
You go for it. You kiss. You're not really having sex, but you just you kiss as you would. I mean that's one of the things.
That's why they call it action.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I'd finish in that pool.
They get some action.
No,
but,
let me understand something. So you didn't get boned up in the pool scene?
No.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure everybody I'm sure you asked that to everybody,
To
every
everyone,
actor
yes.
that comes on
Yeah, because
here.
I'm honest.
My guess is most of them say no because
they don't want to look like they're heathens.
no, because it's a different thing unless you're doing a porn and it's like you need to perform in that way. It's a different kind of mindset, I think.
Didn't you do a porn when you were a young man? You did a sex tape? Seriously.
Oh.
You did, right?
No, it wasn't professional in any way. It was with my girlfriend.
With the same one from high school?
No. No, we never made one.
That one didn't get published?
No, because that was before
Before the video camera.
You know, it wasn't anything bad. It was an innocent thing we made for ourselves. It wasn't like, Screech, where we made it for public consumption or something.
Right. You didn't do that?
Do you ever go back and watch your bad movies?
Every once, not because, if it comes up or something, actually, I don't. I haven't seen a lot of those movies in a long time.
Yeah, I would think it would be painful if you don't like them.
But what is it like when you're walking through a room and one of your movies pops up? That's gotta be kind of cool. Or do you sit there and watch it for a while, or do you leave, or you change the channel?
I'd watch it.
I don't. I mean, if there's a reason to watch it, like sometimes I'll have a project. And I get criticized for this sometimes because it seems like I'm so interested in myself or something. But I actually like, this is a whole thing we can get into a conversation about, but sometimes I'll use previous work I've done for a different kind of project. So if I have a project like that where I'm re-performing a role that I did for an art project, I'll watch it. But I generally don't watch it. Like, Spider-Man or something will come up a lot. And it's not like, it's like I sit down, I got to watch this again,
Yeah, but speaking of Spider-Man, I know I'm all over the place with this interview, but I'm curious about you. Spider-Man, you wanted to be Spider-Man. And
you guys, I remember this.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking like 10, maybe more years ago.
Yeah.
I remember this. This is my one interaction with you guys. I was asked to do Spider-Man by Sam Raimi. I auditioned for the role of Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Right.
It was a big moment. I had, I don't think James Dean was even out.
Right.
I did this movie called City by the Sea with Robert De Niro. That wasn't out. And so the next thing I was asked to do was Spider-Man. And I remember I did this screen test for him. It was a extravagant screen test.
Were you pissed you had to do a screen test?
No, at that time, not at all. It was a big honor, and they probably spent like $20,000 on these screen tests. It was more than probably like James Dean, the whole film cost.
Did they put you in the costume and the whole thing?
Yeah, put me in ward. I mean, not the Spider-Man costume, the Peter Parker costume.
Right.
And I did really well, I think, and they kept me waiting 6 weeks before they gave me an answer. And I was dying. I mean, I was so eager to get this role. My manager at the time actually fired me because I'd call him every day asking about it. And he gave me to his partner, and now I've been with his partner ever since.
Can't he understand that you're a young actor, anxious for the role of a lifetime? I mean,
look, the guy's got lots of clients. He's busy.
I'm sure he could understand, the first 3 weeks, but then every day the next 3 weeks. And
were you thinking paycheck on that one? Because like if you got the Peter Parker role and you're in every one of the franchise movies, I mean, you're talking about you're set for life, right?
I honestly. And I want to tell you guys what you guys said.
Yeah, because I want to get back to that.
It was you and Robin. So so finally,
what did we do?
Finally, there was I had heard, because I was checking up every day, that they were interested in Toby, but he didn't want to audition. And then there was one morning where I was shooting on the Sony lot. I think I was still doing James Dean at that point, and I drove onto the lot. And my car drove past this other car, and it was Toby was getting out, and we kind of locked eyes as my car drove by. And wow. I kind of knew, my heart sunk, because I knew in that moment, like, I bet he gets this role now. Yep. And he did soon after. So they told me, all right, you didn't get it. I was very upset, and then.
Like when you talk upset, I mean like depression, because you bugged your agent every day for 6 weeks. I mean, because
your heart was on the line.
You would have been good for that role.
Yeah, I mean, I here's, and now you, again, you probably won't believe me, but I honestly think Toby was the best guy for that role. He had both sides. He could play the nerd very well, but he could also play the you know what I'm thinking with you, the guy that comes out.
Maybe you were too good looking, because Toby actually isn't that, like, he's like, yeah, he could be Peter Parker because you'd believe he was a geek. Like, no one would believe you were a geek because you're good looking.
I mean, Toby models for Prada and stuff.
Now he does.
Now that he's Toby Maguire.
But he might have been a douche in high school, right?
He played the nerd really well.
Right,
I'll say that, yeah.
I know Toby. Toby's done the show by the time.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So anyway, get back to this.
Okay, so then Sam Raimi, the director, came back to me and said, hey, I really like you. I know I didn't cast you in that role. I want to work with you. Will you play the best friend role? And at that time, because I thought I was, I was a very serious young actor, I actually said, well, Sam, I have to think about it. Because...
Asshole.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I had... In hindsight, I did the right thing. I said yes. But at the time, I had, an offer on, these cool little indie films. And I thought, well, do I do the cool indie film or do Spider-Man? And also at the time, there weren't a lot of these successful superhero movies out.
No.
The only one that was really
Batman.
cool was Tim Burton's Batman films.
Right.
And so it was like, do I want to be the best friend in this movie that might, be silly? I don't know. So I had to think about it. And somehow that got out, that I said, thought about it. And so you guys said, James Franco had to think about doing Spider-Man. Yeah, right. So that's what you guys said. So.
Well, hey, man, jump it. Well, we were right, weren't we?
But I did think about it. I was an idiot for, having to consider it. But I did think
No, I
about
get it because you were disappointed that you didn't get the Spider-Man role. And you're like, now I'm second best and all this kind of crap. Meanwhile, who knows ultimately, like, you think Spider-Man help Toby's career in the long run? Because sometimes you do get stereotyped.
You get stuck, yeah.
It's I'm sure it was a tough thing because he was so identified with those films. He certainly got opportunities, and the way the movie business works, it's called the movie business for a reason. So being, a big star after that movie certainly helped, and he did get, some good jobs. He did.
That one with the horse, Seabiscuit,
yeah. I remember I wanted that one too, but
and
it
he
was
got that. Do you like him? Are you friends with him?
Yeah.
He's a tough guy to work with, though, right? Isn't he like all moody and shit?
He's not.
Is he?
He's not moody. I worked with him 3 times, so I know him, as well as anybody. As far as his acting behavior, he's not moody. He's just extremely meticulous. He wants to talk about every single thing, which is, if you have the time, it's great.
Right. If you don't, though, it could be a real pain in the ass.
Were
right?
you busy? Was he bothering you?
No, not with me.
You say that.
He wants to talk about it with the director, and that's what Sam likes too. Sam Raimi loves to talk about every single thing. So there, it was a match made in heaven. And
So when you say talk about everything, you're talking about like, hey man, like why is Spider-Man eating yogurt? Like
why is Peter Parker?
It's a little more. No, it's more in depth than that.
It's like, hey Sam, I want to eat yogurt in this scene, but why would Spider-Man be eating yogurt? And if he's eating yogurt, what's the backstory on the yogurt?
No.
Does it get that deep?
Yogurt even has a backstory.
That's the horrible,
But I did the Larry Sanders show one time, and Gary, I guess, was taking acting lessons, so he wanted to eat yogurt in the scene, and I just remember it was like he was discussing with the director whether he should eat yogurt and what would be his. Why would I be eating
serious.
Yogurt? Oh yeah, he was. It wasn't
like a bit.
Serious. No.
This wasn't for the show. Yeah.
And I go, guys, I'm going on the Tonight Show in about 15 minutes, and I got to get the fuck out of here. Just eat the goddamn yogurt, and don't even think about why you're eating it. It's fine.
Exactly.
Well, I also want to get back to how he stays in character when he's this is a modern day.
So here's what I heard. I heard. On the new movie Spring Breakers, which is coming out in theaters right now.
No, let me finish with Toby, though. His notes are always smart. The discussions are always smart.
You're second guessing what you just said?
No, not at all. I just don't want it to sound like I'm saying, Toby was asking about eating yogurt. No.
What's he doing now, Toby?
He's got a new movie
coming out in Great Gatsby.
Gatsby, yeah.
Is he in touch with you a lot? Like, do you guys talk, or is it like once you do a movie, that's it, you move on?
We're in touch, actually. Actually, he's... I think he's a producer on a movie I'm going to do called Good People. He produces a lot of films.
Right. Yeah. So you're friends with the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I go to the house. I used to go to the house.
What happened?
Okay, so
now he's married.
What happened?
We're just busy. He's got 2 kids.
What's his story? Who are you seeing?
Nobody right now.
Yeah, you're dating somebody. No, I'll tell you the name. You want to know the name of who you're dating? Don't lie to me. I'll look it up. I got a fucking pile of notes here. Who are you seeing?
If you look at your internet sources, then you're going to have like 5 names.
Yeah, I mean, you're a busy boy. You think you'll ever get married? You think you ever will?
First of all, my parents had a great marriage, and they stayed together the whole life.
It's not your thing, though. You got too many options.
No, he's looking for greatness.
I appreciate, being with one person. I've had, a few very long relationships. And
rumor is you're dating your co-star Ashley Benson. Let's be upfront about
From
it.
this movie?
So now that's what we're getting into.
Oh wow, look at her. Oh yeah, I could teach her a lesson or two. You young guys don't know what you're doing.
She needs a lesson. Right?
She needs a lesson. She needs to learn.
Is that your type? Is that your type? What's your
Sure,
type?
she's my type. Yeah, what's my type?
You got a lot of types.
I'm a vagina man. Anybody got one of those? They're my type. Are you crazy? Yeah, she's cute. Is she your girl or what?
No.
You claiming her for your?
No.
No history there? No, you didn't fall in love on set? That happens a lot, though, right? You fall in love on set?
So here's the thing on set.
Go ahead.
I had these 3 beautiful young actresses.
Yeah.
And then plus the director's wife played the 4th girl. So she was off limits.
Right.
Selena Gomez was dating
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
I think they've broken up, but they were dating when we did the movie.
Is she too young for you? How old are you now?
I'm 34, so yeah.
So if you date an 18-year-old, you'll fuck it. I mean, you'll date an 18-year-old, right?
Well, he didn't want to get beat up by Justin Bieber. That would be, not a thing.
Yeah.
Would you date an 18-year-old seriously?
A very mature age.
Yeah, very much like a Selena Gomez. Very mature girl.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
You would.
You have. Come on.
Once I hit 30, that's
What's your cutoff at 30?
I mean, 20s are still fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I say, hey, why not?
They're adults. They've been through, hopefully been through college.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I thought it was odd this week. I heard people making a big noise that Bradley Cooper was dating a 20-year-old. I was like, what?
Oh,
Bradley's not that old.
I thought he
Bradley was
Zoldna.
No, he broke up with her.
Oh, really?
He was in here. He was seeing Zoe.
I heard your interview with him, actually. It was really good.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I'm following his model.
Yeah.
You guys had
you had a good time.
It was funny, but he didn't destroy himself.
Right.
You're going on that pattern. Okay.
A good pattern to go on.
That's what I'm trying.
You're walking a very funny line.
Wait, you know what I got to ask you?
It was funny, but it wasn't the Brett Ratner.
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to
We know
do
where
that
we
too.
don't want to go. Yeah.
Hey, answer this question.
Yeah.
Okay. The whole Anne Hathaway Oscars thing.
Okay.
All right, let me revisit it
Now,
for a
if
second.
we can revisit, I'm happy to revisit this.
Go ahead.
But you're going to have to take the lead.
Good.
And if you want to talk about it, you're going to have to give your opinions, okay?
I'll give you my opinion.
Okay.
My opinion on that whole thing when you hosted the Academy Awards with Anne Hathaway was this. And it sort of gets... I think Anne Hathaway is a fabulous actress. I truly do.
Yeah. She gave 2 great performances last year.
Absolutely, right? Yeah. But I think, everyone sort of hates Anne Hathaway. And I've explained that I do, too, and I don't even know why sometimes.
Okay.
But the reason I don't like her...
Okay.
And you tell me if you think this is what's happening. She's sort of like...
She does not want me talking about this, but okay.
All right. Who cares what she wants? It's what we want.
Okay.
She's not here right now.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Tell her to come in if she
Tell
wants
her to come in.
Right. Are you still friendly with her, by the way?
We haven't talked in a while, no.
Okay. My thought on that is that she's just so affected actressy that even when she wins an award, she's out of breath, and then she has the standard joke that sounds like it's written, and it all seems so scripted and acted.
Yeah.
It's just, she comes off like the goody two-shoe actress. And it's just fun to sort of hate her. And I hate's a strong word, but dislike her, even though she is a great actress.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I'm not an expert on, I guess they're called Hatha-haters.
Right. I never heard that.
Yeah.
Hatha-haters.
But I think maybe that's what triggers it.
How'd you get into being the host of the Oscars anyway? It doesn't even seem like something you want to do.
With all your deliberation, why would you take that gig?
Seemed like fun, maybe.
I don't know. It seems like a no-win.
I'll tell you the history of how it happened. And then if you guys want to talk about the show itself, because I'm going to have to read about a bunch of quotes of James is still talking about the Oscars.
No,
and you guys are the ones that
I'm going on record. I'm bringing it up.
You're initiating.
I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
It's a huge risk.
It's a big risk. So the Oscars that year were produced by a man named Bruce Cohen, who actually just produced Silver Linings Playbook.
Right.
And he had produced Milk, and he had produced American Beauty. So he was, he's a good producer. And because I had done Milk with him, And I guess because I'm not quite sure why he asked me, but I think it was because we had done Milk, because he knew me, and then I had done a small bit on the Oscars the previous year with Seth Rogen, where we played our Pineapple Express characters and sort of made fun of the nominees that year, and it was a big hit.
Right. So you got known as the funny guy who possibly could be the host of the Oscars.
I guess that's why he asked me. But he asked me. I told him, I knew he was producing, and I said, hey, I had a great time doing that little bit with Seth last time. I'd be happy to do something for your show.
Right.
And we talked like that way for months. And then he came to me and he said, you know what? I've got a great idea. Why don't you host? And it was like, whoa, that's
a big deal.
Crazy.
Yeah, right.
I never even thought that would, I would be ever asked to do that. Not only that, at that time, I think 127 Hours was already out and was getting a lot of attention, and I was, they were doing an Oscar push for that.
Yeah, so you probably figured, hey, I'm probably going to be nominated, and why not be the host too? It'll be like my slam dunk year.
In a way, but I also, and people can believe me or not, I was getting a lot of attention, but so was Colin Firth. And people were already saying, Colin Firth is going to win.
Right.
If there's any sure bet this year, it's Colin Firth is going to win the Oscars. And even the night of, the day of the Oscars, I heard interviews like, it is like I can't remember. I don't follow football, but whoever was in the Super Bowl that year, it's as if that team was going to play a high school football team. It's that sure.
Yeah.
And so that was the attitude. And
did you want the Oscar really badly? I get it. I mean, why not?
Well, here's my feeling about it. Sure, it's great to be recognized, and it's great to be recognized by your peers. But the situation that you get into when you're in an Oscar hopeful it's like running for office, but you can't. There's no ticket to run on. You've already done the work.
Right.
The movie's out. It's not as if you can go out and say,
kind of be
I
nice.
stand for this, stand for this, stand for this. Yeah, all you can do is go out, be nice, kiss ass.
And who do you kiss ass to? The Academy, but who's that? You just got to go around and just be likable, right?
You got to find them.
There's a round of screenings and parties that you go and mingle at, which aren't bad. I mean, it's fine, but you just feel a little
it's embarrassing.
Phony. Yeah. And especially when it's perceived that you're kind of running for it. So that's why you get this reaction from people that are hopefuls like, oh, I don't like this. I feel uncomfortable, because you do feel uncomfortable in that sense. Everybody from Clooney to Joaquin Phoenix have had, similar responses. They say it in different ways, and it's because of that awkward situation you're put into.
Yeah.
So is that why you take the hosting gig?
Exactly.
Because that way.
So this is what I thought. What?
I'll be friendly to the Academy and
no,
No,
not to get votes, because I was told. Believe me, everybody on my team said, look, only one host that has ever been nominated, only 8 hosts have ever been nominated, and only one of those 8 have ever won while they hosted. I think it was David Niven, I think.
Right.
So, whatever that means, it looks like the percentages are bad for the host. So if you host, you're cutting down on your chances even more. And I honestly thought to myself, you know what? It's going to drive me crazy, having to look online like, okay, what are my chances? How do I stand against Colin Firth?
Right.
If I host, in a way, I'll be saying to myself, James, it's not your year.
I'm taking myself out of the running.
I just don't worry about it anymore.
Right.
I'd
be such an asshole. I'd show up to every voter's house with gift baskets.
You would?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But you can get away with that. Yeah.
No. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You're absolutely 100% right.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'll take myself out of it in a sense, and I'll be the host.
Yeah.
And then, because no one ever wins who's the host, it takes all the pressure off me.
I don't have to worry about it, yeah.
It's clear I'm not campaigning.
So that was part of it. The other part was I'm adventurous.
You are.
I had a moment when I went back to school. That was a moment in my career where I thought, okay, I had been doing these movies for career reasons that actually didn't help my career at all in the end.
Hurt your career.
Yeah. So now, A, I do projects that I believe in, and B, I'm going to do projects that are outside of the box. If people say, oh, don't do that because it's not what actors do or it's not what you're supposed to do, that will never be a reason for me not to do something. So when I wrote a book, but I took it seriously.
When you go back to school,
yeah,
and you've already been in a bunch of movies and TV shows and everything, but you don't live in the dorm, right? I mean, you just no. So when you show up in class, I mean,
I had a house at that point.
Yeah, right. I mean,
that would be extreme, Howard.
Yeah. Well, hey, the guy from Weezer moved into the dorm in Harvard.
I lived at the dorm. I went for my first year when I was 18. I lived in the dorms then.
But you weren't famous yet.
No.
But I'm saying, so once you become famous and you start showing up in classes, it's got to be a weird scene because everyone's like, hey, James Franco's in our class.
It was weird. It was weird for several reasons when I went back to get my bachelor's, because now I was not only an actor in the Spider-Man films, I was much older than everybody in my class.
Right.
So I had to really want to do it. And so in that case,
what was your major then?
And why did you want to do it?
Pineapple Express wasn't out yet. So I was known, but it wasn't as if there were a ton of people in my classes that were like rabid fans or anything.
Did you have sex with any of the just girls in your class and stuff? Did you grant them sex even though they were in Hollywood actresses and stuff? Did you try dating?
Was it like take
girls?
A number?
Yeah. I mean, did you try to have a normal life?
No. When I went back as an undergrad. So you asked why I wanted to do it.
We're all over the place.
I know, 50 questions.
You didn't pledge a fraternity,
because
did you?
I went back for English because
you wanted your degree.
Oh,
because literature was still a big interest of mine, and I had been all that time, the 7 or 8 years, I had been, reading on my own. I had been basically studying enough for a degree.
So you might as well get a degree.
And part of it was that I felt. I was compensating for having dropped out. I think there was a side of me that felt like, the Scarecrow in the first Wizard of Oz, where it was like, oh, I wish I had the brain. I wish I had the brain. And so I was doing all this stuff to compensate for that.
Yeah, but you love learning, which is so beautiful. I mean, I wish I could go back to college. I wish I had the time. I fantasize about that all the time. Like, I'd like to take courses in photography or stuff like that.
Why don't you?
Because
you work in the mornings. Why don't you go at night?
I take lessons with a guy, but I would like to really.
You would like to be in class with other students?
Yeah, I would. I would think that'd be interesting.
The reason, everybody learns differently, and there's a lot of people in our business that don't do their best in that kind of academic environment. I found when I went back, I did.
You got your degree?
I got that degree, and I got a bunch of other degrees.
Now, where did you go after UCLA? Let me get through this. You went to UCLA. You got a degree in literature.
As far as dating the undergrads, I was dating somebody at the time when I got my bachelor's degree. So I didn't.
An actress?
Yeah, her name's Anna O'Reilly. She's been doing. We're still very friendly. She's been doing pretty well. She was in The Help.
How long? Oh yeah. How long you last with these girls? Like 2 years?
I was with Anna for 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
How come no marriage? How come you can skate through?
The party can't end.
No, but I mean, a girl stays with you for 4 years. She wants marriage. Yeah.
I would marry her.
Then why did you?
She actually also coincidentally grew up in Palo Alto.
So why didn't you marry her?
I'll tell you how I saw what happened. I graduated. I got my bachelor's from UCLA in literature and art, and I loved it. I found my new love, and it was great. Like you said, it was. I figured out. Oh, I got my bachelor's, and then graduate school. If you get accepted, you get to focus solely on what you love.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Right.
And then with writing.
Where'd you go to graduate school?
Okay, I went to a lot of places. I went to Columbia for fiction.
Did you end up teaching a class at Columbia?
I haven't taught at Columbia. I went to NYU for film.
You taught NYU?
I still teach at NYU.
No kidding?
Yeah.
I'd go to your class. Why not?
What's Professor Franco teach?
Yeah.
I teach physics, Robin. What do you think about that?
Do you grade papers?
No. It's in the film department.
So what do? You're like a visiting professor. You teach a class every once in a blue moon, right?
No.
You have a regular class.
Full-time.
You have a grade book and everything?
For 2 years now, I've been teaching regular classes.
So how do you have time to make movies? Once a week?
Yeah.
How do you have time to make movies then?
It varies. So the first semester, I was actually in Detroit doing Oz. I was there for 6 months. So because it's a filmmaking class, and it's a production class, so we don't just talk about movies. We make the movies. My class, we got prepared. We did all the pre-production, and then they all came out to Detroit, and we made the movies in Detroit.
Oh, they must love you.
Yeah,
what a great professor.
It was a great
Why
class.
do you teach? You just enjoy being around students?
For several reasons. I love the academic environment. I fell in love with it.
Right.
I'd been to a lot of schools. So after UCLA, I went to...
You went to Yale, didn't you?
It's going to sound obnoxious, but I went to Columbia, Brooklyn College for fiction. I went to NYU for film. I went to this other program called Warren Wilson College, which is a low residency writing program.
Where the hell are you finding the time for all this?
Well, there's a lot of breaks
time.
between
So I made
movies.
the time. During those, that was like 2 or 3 years where I did fewer movies. The main movie I did at that time was 127 Hours. But other than that, I didn't really do a huge movie.
Does your agent get pissed off at you that you're doing all this other stuff? Do they understand?
They weren't mad.
How much money do you get for signing up classes?
Well, yeah, I had to sell my house at the time, and I had to sell a lot of stuff to support myself and not work.
Because you love the academic world, and if you could, you'd immerse yourself in it, but you still have to act.
And I was taking, it wasn't, I wanted to take those other pursuits seriously. At one point, I was not an actor. I went to acting school, learned how to act, and then got jobs, and people perceived me as an actor. I felt like, well, why not do that with my other interests? Why am I only an actor? Yeah,
right.
Why not take those as seriously? And so by going to these places, sadly but fortunately for me and all the other students, writers usually have to support themselves with an additional job. So you get all the best writers as your teachers.
Do the other students resent you in a sense that they're like, hey man, you already have a career and stuff, this is just obnoxious?
Well, there are yes and no. There are, if you want to get into the details of the different programs, there were, I think, different attitudes. I felt different in the different places. So in the writing programs where you essentially work on your own, you go and write your own thing, and then you bring in the work to the workshop, and it's critiqued by the group. It's designed to be constructive criticism, but it's always one versus the group. Right. In a filmmaking program, it's a collaborative medium. So in the filmmaking program, you all go out, you work on each other's films.
It's like brothers in arms.
Exactly. And so I made many more friends at the filmmaking program than I did at any of my other programs.
Did you find that when you would go take a film writing class and then you'd go up and present, that the other students want to knock your work because they feel like, hey, this is our chance to belittle James Franco and fuck with him?
Yeah, not in the. I mean, the film program was just everything. So we shouldn't isolate it just to film writing. And the writing programs I was in were fiction. So let's be clear about what I was taking. But there were moments, even in film school, which is the one I liked the most, where I rubbed people the wrong way. I did I'll tell this story. So in the second year in film school, you make one film, a 10-minute film, and then at the end of the year you have a marathon where where the class shows all the films together and they invite friends and family. Right. So I made a film called The Clerk's Tale. It was based on a poem. I thought it was really well done. It got into Cannes.
Wow.
And then there was one teacher who didn't like me. She was weird. was so nice to me in class. But whenever I had to present my films to the faculty for evaluations, she became a different person. And, like, I just knew after a while, oh, okay, so-and-so is going to rip it apart. And so she ripped this one apart for reasons that everybody else praised it. So it was just like, you know, her comments are useless. They're just like based, I don't know what they're based on. Because everybody.
She wanted to have sex with you.
Yeah, she probably did.
Maybe. She actually did brag about having sex with people in class. Not in her classes, but when we were in class, she bragged about people that she slept with. Yeah.
So go ahead. So she.
And so that pissed me off. Because then the next day after her comments, that film got into Cannes. And then when they were scheduling the marathon, I said to them, look, please just don't schedule it at this time because I have another film, a documentary I made about Saturday Night Live that's playing at the Tribeca Film Festival. I'm very excited that it got into the festival and I have to go to that. So please just don't schedule my film during the marathon at that time.
And she did.
And it wasn't, now that wasn't her, but one of the other people on the faculty did. Now, whether he did it, you know, maliciously or not, I don't know. But again, it pissed me off. So now I can't go to the marathon and see my film and share it with people. So I said to myself, all right, I'm not going to show them my film. I'm going to just show my film at Cannes, and I will show a different film at the marathon. And I didn't warn them. It was a film that, you know, it wasn't a film just to screw off. It was a film I had made for a class outside of my department in the critical studies department. It was a class called Film and the Body. And it was all different kinds of depictions of the body in film. And so in my film, I had people wearing scary wolf masks, talking about, you know, very, very dirty things. And then I had filmed a person actually, am I allowed to swear on here?
Sure.
A person taking a shit.
Wow.
And I have that because it was inspired by, I wasn't just being a jackass. It was inspired by this Viennese accent. Yeah, maybe in part, but maybe by his source was a man named Kurt Kren, who was a part of the Viennese actionism guys.
Right.
And he has this film that's called like September 30th, but the other title is like Pissing, Shitting, Eating, Drinking. And that's basically what the film is. But the way that it's put together is kind of beautiful. He turns all of those things into art. And I was inspired by it. And people, you know, think, oh, I'm just a jackass. But I was truly inspired by it. And so I thought, I gotta put that in my film. I gotta put that shitting in my film. So, and
is it a dude or a woman shitting?
It was a guy, and it was actually a shot that I was trying to put into The Clerk's Tale. The Clerk's Tale is about two guys that work in a Brooks Brothers shop. And just the daily, you know, mundane actions of working in a Brooks Brothers shop. But
I'd put that in every film, by the way. Shitting.
And so I had this great actor. I had two great actors. One was this guy, Charles Dance, who's on the Game of Thrones now.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the dad, yeah.
And he was in Your Highness. He plays my dad in Your Highness.
Yeah.
Right.
And became a good friend of mine. And then this other performance artist.
So wait a second. You showed this shitting film instead of the real film.
Right. But I want to tell you about so actually filming somebody take a shit is not as easy as you think. So
really?
I thought I was going to put it in the Brooks Brothers film. And because Brooks Brothers granted us access to their store, they had representatives there. And so we should have just done it in a different bathroom, but we didn't think that way. So somebody had to go distract the Brooks Brothers representatives. I had stand-ins, piss and shit stand-ins, because I didn't want to ask Charles Dance to show full frontal on screen. So I had to get an older man to double Charles Dance. He was like an art teacher or something, and they got to be anonymous. It was just, for his dick. So he was well prepared. He came in, and he seemed to enjoy it. He was like this weird guy that was sort of giggling, and he's like, yeah, I drank a lot of beers. I'm ready to go. So this older guy came in. My DP, it was just me, my DP, and the camera operator. he was ready to go. He pissed for, like full minute. Got that. Then we had the shit double. And he
was
had
he
to double
ready to
a
go?
younger man. He said he was ready. He's like, all right, James, I'm ready to go. I had a big hamburger earlier today. I'm ready to go. So we get the camera kind of underneath. He's up off of the seat so we can see everything. We're ready to go. And he's pushing, and he can't shit. He can't shit.
Yeah, it's not easy to shit on command.
We're running out of time. The Brooks Brothers guys are being distracted. We're down to the minute, and it's a short film for school.
What kind of movie
Every
is this?
minute costs money.
Right.
And I got desperate. I said, "Oh fuck! All right, I'll do it." So I got on. I couldn't do it because I wasn't prepared.
Right.
So then he's like, "All right, I guess we don't get our shit shot." He called me the next day. He's like, "James, I feel really bad that I couldn't do that for you. I'm prepared today. Please, wherever you're shooting, I'll come down and do it." So we were in a different location. It was a different background, and the wall didn't match what we had shot before. At least the wall in the stall. But the wall near the sink kind of matched. So we came in. We had to guard the door so nobody came into the bathroom. It was like more of a public bathroom, and it wasn't near the stall, so we had to like work up a little box underneath him.
Gee.
Oh, this for shit.
Yeah. So
Could
he
you
stood over the
CGI
box.
this?
It was such an uncomfortable situation. My friend got the behind the scenes that if you had it now, it would be so amazing. I wish I could show people, and he stupidly erased it. But I'm like holding this guy's hand, like joking with him, like, "Hey man."
That young shitter, by the way, is now known as Jonah Hill, isn't he?
No. It's not Jonah.
Yeah.
Jonah was too big at that time.
I see.
Yeah. He's an artist now that I still know.
But get back
his
to
name's
something.
Nick. Wait,
So the guy
he
shit or-
shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Come on, baby, you can shit, and I'll do whatever you want." He shit the most innocuous, like little rabbit shit. It was like a pellet. But we were like so happy he actually got something out. We're like, "All right, baby, you did it." I tried to put it in the Clerk's Tale film. It didn't work. So I put it in this other film on
and that you showed at the film festival.
So that's what I showed at the festival.
But no wonder your teacher was angry with that. You were, but your teacher was angry with you. You're angry with the teacher.
Yeah.
Do you see what's going on? I think it's all because you're James Franco and you're in college.
Yeah, it was part of it. But also keep in mind, it is an MFA program. We're not, going to school to make kids films. So if you're going to invite your family to a marathon, you have a variety of things. Like, I know people that...
Are you crazy?
You're in film school, people have sex on camera or whatever.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, so warn your family.
Right.
But I didn't warn anybody
So there was no
else.
warning, no warning.
Yeah, and not only that, I wasn't there, so I'm just hearing it, from secondhand. That they showed the film, people were shocked, and then not only that, there was one film in kind of my segment after that, and
they probably thought you were goofing on the film festival too. They probably thought you were being disrespectful,
right?
And there was a part of me that was being a little naughty, even though this film had been well regarded and got a good grade in the other class. I was taking it out of context and, in a way, trying to,
Isn't it funny that you care that much about getting a good grade, though? I mean, at this point in your life, but I mean, it's kind of sweet in a way, right? Because
no,
you're still
I don't
competitive.
care about grades.
You don't.
I don't. No.
But didn't you get a teacher fired for giving you a D?
No. So that's now I can't really talk about this too much because every time I talk about it, he comes back with a new lawsuit, like I'm, slandering him when he's the one who made it public. But I will make it clear that he was not asked back. He wasn't fired. He just wasn't asked back. He was on a 3-year, thing. He just wasn't asked back after 3 years. He knew that he would get attention if he went to the New York Post and said, "I was let go because I gave James Franco a D." I knew I was going to get a D in that class. It was when I was doing 127 hours.
And you couldn't show up for class.
I went to him and I said, "Here's the case. I'm really sorry. I've been passing on movies for the past year and a half to go to school. I can't pass on this opportunity. I'm still doing all my work for film school. I'm going to turn in my thesis, but I cannot physically be in class.
Right.
So whatever grade you want to give me, I'm okay with. He said, I'm gonna give you a D. I said, okay, that's fine. Deal.
Right.
That was before the semester even started.
Right.
Then I did 127 hours. Somebody asked me on a video, it was just asking me, what's it feel like to be nominated for an Oscar or something? There's anything funny about it? As a total joke, I said, I've got something ironic. I am nominated for an Oscar, but I got a D in acting class.
Right.
Not criticizing the guy or anything. I obviously was not upset over the D.
Right.
So it was a little joke. I think the teacher even put that little interview on his Facebook page. Like, he thought it was funny.
Right.
Then he wasn't asked back.
And
so
he
he brought
blamed
that
you.
back up as if any professor would ever lose his job for giving a student a grade.
It's true.
They're protected against that kind of thing. As if anybody in my department even knew I got that grade. They don't care what grade I got.
Right.
And if you're not asked back or fired as he claims he was, that has to go through a series of committees. So you think the dean of NYU said, oh, he gave James Franco a D. Get that guy out of here.
Yeah, it does seem like you'd have a little too much power in that situation.
It's ridiculous. Not only would that never happen, I didn't care. Nobody else at the
All right,
school
wait a
cared.
second. Listen, we're running out of time, and I got to get back to two subjects.
Okay.
Number one, your new movie.
Yeah.
And number two, I still want to get the Anne Hathaway thing figured out.
Okay, fine.
All right, so we got to get to everything.
Okay.
All right, now get back to Spring Breakers for 1 second. Let me understand this. This ain't no fucking a party. This movie. This is a dark film, right? I mean,
it's dark, but
it sounds good.
It's so smart.
You're a bad dude.
Be warned that it's not. It's not
You're
just a
warning
fun
people
romp.
now?
You know
right. So
no, but go see it. I think it's.
You play a bad guy.
One of the most innovative films that's
Yeah.
out. I think because I teach at film schools. I know, and I not only teach at NYU. I teach at UCLA, USC, and Cal Arts.
Look at you.
So I know what the film students are like now. They are all going to be influenced by this movie. Before this, it was Tree of Life. This is going to be the new movie that influences all the films.
I might have to audit some of your classes, man.
You can come.
Yeah, I'm
no,
into
you know
it.
what you should do?
What?
You're friends with Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
I get cool people. They need the right attitude.
Yeah.
I think you probably have it. They come in and work on the films. So Jimmy did it, Kristen Wiig,
Oh,
Natalie
you're asking the
Portman.
wrong person.
I ain't working on any film.
Why?
What do you mean?
You're
I'm going to
shy?
be a grip?
No, you acted it.
Crazy. Oh, act?
Yeah.
I'm too big.
And a student film.
Oh, come on.
You've seen Private Parts.
Jimmy
I got
did it.
robbed.
Natalie Portman did it.
Natalie Portman, who's she?
Oh, come on. Oscar winner.
Mason, can I shit in the movie?
Yes.
Yes? All right, well, I'll do it then.
Okay.
All right, so what I'm
Deal.
saying is, get back to it. Did you bang your co-stars in the movie?
No. So,
That's it? That's what you wanted to get back to?
Of course he was. That's what this whole interview was leading up to.
I mean, you know what it is? You got so many good stories. It's very involved. I mean, I'm torn between Anne Hathaway, the
He
Academy
already
Award-
said he didn't bang anybody.
So Selena was with Bieber. Ashley was with Bieber's style guide or whatever.
Right.
And Vanessa was with somebody else.
Now, why did Vanessa say that she was scared of you on set? Because she said you sat in the corner and read books the entire time, and you were in character.
That's scary.
You were
So tell me this: how is that in character? If I'm reading books, that character hasn't read a book in his life.
Right. I was going to say, how do you stay in the character?
She said she was scared of you.
The only way I stayed in character is that I couldn't take my cornrows out. You know what I mean? So that's how I stayed in character.
So you don't stay in character the whole time?
She wasn't scared of me. I was very nice, and
She said she was scared.
Maybe she was scared because she had never done a film like this before. So
I think
she's
reading
being
is
asked
scary.
to do a kind of acting where she's much more vulnerable.
Because she's like a teen, nice kid, and then all of a sudden now she's like in a gangbang scene or something.
Yeah, and Harmony, makes his movies. He puts people in scary situations. We went to real locations where there are real gangsters around. We went to this pool hall. There were guns around. There was bad stuff that was going on just before we got there. So,
but she shouldn't be afraid of you.
Well, my character kind of fit into that environment. So maybe, in her head it was
so you don't stay in character like Daniel Day-Lewis the entire time.
Here's what I appreciate that approach. And here's what I appreciate. What it does is it gives you practice. It trains your body and mind to be in that character. So if you have a character with an accent that is not your own, and you use that accent all the time, it's only going to help you. It's going to only make you feel more comfortable with that. So you don't have
to. It's got to be organic.
So you don't think about it. You want to, when you act, you want to be as relaxed as possible. So if playing the character off screen gives you the practice to enable you to be relaxed, I say go for it.
Absolutely.
But if you are doing that character off screen to sort of get attention for what you're doing, to me that's just sort of silly, especially as a grown man. Like, if you're doing that to get attention,
it's desperate.
It's like weird.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it for practice so that you're the most relaxed and feel the most natural playing that character on screen, and you're not thinking about it and it becomes secondhand, I say go for it.
Yeah, because Daniel Day-Lewis was riding the subway as Lincoln. I mean, he was like, didn't Lincoln?
I doubt he rode the subway. Lincoln didn't ride the subway.
Give me a break.
I can't believe I'm in the future as Lincoln.
I think he actually walked to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
or took a horse and buggy
and split rails.
I think he did. I mean, I think he rode a horse to work on the
So
Crucible.
you were not in your new movie. You were not in character 24/7.
Maybe the accent stayed with me just because I have a weird and embarrassing thing that I just do. It's a habit where I'll take on somebody's accent that I'm talking to, and I probably just kept the accent. But it's not like I kept my
what was your accent
grill
in the movie?
and
what were you like a Puerto Rican or a black accent?
Southern? No, like just Southern, but
he was a black guy.
Southern gangster.
Like what? Hey yo, ma.
Yeah.
Yo, ma.
Not
like that.
Oh
ma.
God.
No, I never said ma. But
I said that. What did you say?
Just like spring break, y'all. I said y'all a lot. Let's spring break, y'all, like that. But
so so you have to stay in character in order to keep that going.
But you don't stay in character to the point where I wasn't smoking blunts off screen. I wasn't saying let's go get some
Do you get
bitches
high at
with
all?
Big booties or anything.
People always think you're high, but I don't.
Yeah.
You do get high?
No, I don't
at all. Right?
No.
It's just it's acting.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I have a way of talking that I played several stoners. I have a way of talking where I guess it's slow. I have very squinty eyes, so I guess it appears like I'm stoned.
And people thought you were stoned that night on the Oscars because you were. But you know what? Here's my theory on why you acted the way you did on the Oscars. Tell me if I'm even close.
Okay.
That girl, Anne Hathaway, is such a big personality.
Yeah.
That when I'm around people with those kind of big personalities, even in a work environment, I just clam up because they don't give you fucking room to do shit.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
I'm going to try and say all of this without trying to sound defensive because I'm not defensive. I did it. I did my best.
Did you at any time feel that you dropped out? Because that was one of the claims that eventually you stopped doing the show.
Maybe I did. You know what? I haven't gone back and watched the broadcast. This is what I felt I was doing. It's similar to what Howard is saying, but in a nicer way. Anne is big, and a lot of her bits called for her to be big. I've learned from doing comedies and buddy comedies that you usually have a straight man and a wild man or funny person.
Right.
She was obviously going for the big part.
Yes.
And instinctively, I know as a performer, okay, let's not have two big people competing with each other and just trying to overdo each other with the bigness. I'll go the straight man role.
Right.
Maybe I went too far and became the subdued and stoned
almost
man.
absent.
But you didn't do it because you were ashamed or embarrassed by her or any of that?
No, let's not all put it all on her because it's not. It wasn't just Ann and I there. There's a team of writers, a team of producers.
Were you unhappy with the writing?
Yes,
right.
but
I get it.
But
When did you know? Did you try to back out? Did you try to get out of the thing?
I guess
I
you
didn't
can't
try to get out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that bits had been cut that were good bits that were going to give it life had been cut before. So I knew. Yes.
Did you complain?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't listen.
I fought for it. I mean, there was a bit where I was gonna perform as Cher. I'm not a singer like Cher.
Right.
Her song from this movie called Burlesque had been winning all the awards. It won the Golden Globe. They thought it was going to be nominated for the Oscars. It wasn't. So at first they pulled the bit then. I said to them, and Judd Apatow said to them, you need this bit. Because Judd was helping write some of this stuff. You need this bit for 2/3 into the show. Do not fall into the trap of just doing an opening monologue and then just being kind of these ushers for the rest of the show. You need a full performance or bit in the 2/3 of the way through to keep it alive. And we were going to do it then. They pulled it. I said, please. This is if I do this, this will be what people talk about. It'll be
It might be the game changer for that night. They just need one good funny bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they pulled it. I don't know whose call it was, but
isn't it awful when you have to work in committee like that?
A few days before they said, yeah, we're not.
Were you thrilled when they slammed Seth MacFarlane and stuff in the sense that, hey, you know what? It just proves
that takes the onus off of you.
Yeah, like it's just like, you know what? It just proves this gig is just not
easy.
Does.
I mean, I wasn't happy. I think Seth tried his best. So I don't want Seth to be punished, but it does show. I mean, after me, it was Billy Crystal. They said, "Okay, let's go to the old faithful," and they bashed him. And then you know what I mean? So it's like,
you know what I'm going to do for you? Another time, I'm going to get Anne Hathaway in here, and you're going to do the Cher bit. So you can prove to everybody just how great it was. Finally. Now listen, the new movie. Okay, listen. I've had you in here for an hour and 20 minutes.
And Ann and I made up, by the way. Let's just get that on the record.
Did it create bad blood?
It was a really hard time after the Oscars.
Right after the Oscars, was everything okay, or was she angry with you that night?
I'm not talking about her. No, she wasn't mad at me. I don't think she didn't say she was mad at me for what happened. The critics were so nasty. I mean, it felt like it couldn't be just this what happened on the night of the Oscars. They had to be after me for something else because it was so nasty. And as much as I knew going in that, okay, this could go bad, and I'm ready to take that because I'm doing this not to be the best host. I'm doing this as an adventure. I will do the best that I can. If it doesn't work out, I'm okay with that because my dream is not to be the best host of the Oscars ever.
Right.
So I was fine with, the criticism, but it just felt so brutal.
Do you think in a way it ruins your adventurous spirit? Like you're the type of guy that's like, you know what? I'll take a weird role.
Chances, yeah.
I'll do this and that. But if I do it, then everyone bashes me and it doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't. It hasn't stopped me from doing anything that I do. But what's annoying is that people have worked up this label like, oh, James is just crazy, or he's amateur Renaissance man, or something like that. When what I'm doing, has maybe a fun or free spirit to it, but I also there's a side of it that is very serious to me. I hate that there are categories that we put people into, and I'm sure that you felt this, although you have been very successful in your other ventures. I'm sure you've gotten criticism when you try and venture out of your role.
I'll give you a perfect example. A couple of years ago, I wanted to make a movie called Fart Man, and I thought it would have been a scream. Not taking itself seriously. And a guy wrote it named J.F. Lawton, who wrote Pretty Woman, and he wrote Under Siege. I mean, the guy, top writer, every studio wanted him to write. And he wrote this script. And I found myself going, this was instead of, I was going to do this before Private Parts, and I said, if I do this movie, there's going to be this people go, oh, fucking Stern, Fart Man, blah, 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 blah. And I got all caught up in it. So I never made the movie because I was more concerned with sort of the impact it would have and what people would say. It was the only time in my career I kind of like went, maybe I shouldn't. Normally I don't even think about it, just do it, and that's how I made my career. But to this day, I still think that movie would have been fun for people to see.
Yeah,
it would have been good. So who knows?
Yeah, exactly. You know? So you can't think about that, but it had like a psychosomatic effect on me after all the shit. If I say this, this is the only thing that's going to be quoted from our interview.
But what was the psychosomatic? You got an illness from it?
I got a hemorrhoid.
Right. Well, that makes sense to me.
I flew that night after the Oscars. I was supposed to have a party. I was, just so upset about the show.
You knew right away.
I got on a plane. I had a class at Yale the next morning, and I said, you know what? I was planning to miss that class. I'm just going to go to class. So I got on a plane, a red eye that night, landed, drove to New Haven, and went to my medieval manuscripts class at Yale. And believe me, and I was still in my suit from the Oscars.
Everybody tuxedo?
Everybody was very surprised and to see me. And then I had a week that I just spent in a hotel in New Haven where I just kind of recovered because it was so intense.
Yeah.
And I nursed my hemorrhoid.
Yeah. Have you had the hemorrhoid since? No. Wow.
It's only from hosting the Oscars.
Wow.
From the criticism.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now you're still making these crazy kind of whacked out movies, right? Are you working on something or have just worked on something now that has to do with porn?
Oh. Now, it's not a whacked out movie. It's I think a very interesting movie. I'm not just, it's not silly. It's maybe perceived as whacked out or crazy because
I know what this is.
I'm a mainstream actor, but I am making a film about, bondage pornography.
Right.
But
more like a documentary?
It's a documentary.
Yeah, right.
It's not like I'm engaging in it.
That weird website that has all the sex...
Kink.com.
We had them in here. They showed off... Yeah, they were demonstrating half that crap.
They're like the masters of that.
I didn't know you're making a film about that.
We went to their place in San Francisco and made a documentary. It's really good.
So when's your new movie come out? It comes James Franco's in Spring Breakers in theaters.
It opened wide this weekend and did very, very well for that size movie,
Yeah, I mean, and you having sex with all those hot chicks, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And so you're really single right now. I mean, if a woman wants to date you, how does she get in touch with you and with you?
I don't know. What do you
What's
suggest?
the best way to get in touch with you for sex?
Maybe call.
When's the last time you had sex? Like seriously, when is the last time you had sex with a woman?
Howard.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
I don't know.
Well,
with a woman, like he had sex with other things?
I don't know. By the way, hey, you know what? You turned down sex with Lindsay Lohan, didn't you? You could have had her.
Oh, God.
But back when she was a lot hotter.
Poor Lindsay.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, are you friends with her
She was a mess
still?
even then, huh?
I haven't talked to her in a while.
You were thinking of going out with her, right?
No. I was, we were friends.
How'd you know her?
How'd I know her? I met her... I think through friends. I met her, and then there was a moment where I was staying at the Chateau Marmont Hotel because my house in L.A. was being redone. So I did this thing where I just stayed at the hotel, and she had been living there for a couple of years. Wow. So we were just basically living in the same place, and so I got to know her.
And you turned her down sexually.
I mean, I don't want to brag about it, but
well, hey,
I don't know how that got out.
I would have done her.
Well,
I mean, she said, "Hey, you can have sex with me," and you said no. You just weren't feeling it.
Is that how it goes?
You look at.
She's beautiful.
She was, was having issues even then. So you sense
trouble.
You feel weird. I mean, honestly,
it's too much responsibility.
She was a friend. I've met a lot of people that are troubled. And sometimes you don't want to do that.
Smart man, I don't think like that. I think with my dick.
Seen that as an opportunity.
I admire you for that because I'm telling you, I see somebody weak. I go, I could pick them off. They'll have sex with me, and I'm very I'm like a predator, Anyway, listen to it. I think like you do after I have sex. I go, oh, shit, I shouldn't have gotten involved in this.
So with this documentary, is it going to be released wide? Or
We're talking about Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, please.
Come on.
He didn't have sex with her.
You mean to tell me you're not seeing anyone right now, James? Is that really true? I mean, if a woman
Maybe
wants...
he's seeing a lot of people and he can't...
Are you dating? What's your story? So the ladies know. Give the ladies...
Let's say I'm dating.
You're dating?
Yeah.
Well, what do you say like that? Let's say I'm dating.
Because
he's not ready to come clean.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to like.
There's no big revelation.
Talk about, but I mean, I feel like
life's great, huh?
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. I'm mixed about the whole thing. I do. You know, I'm getting older. I do. I would like a long-term relationship.
You ain't that.
Have you gotten a house again? Did you make up the money you lost going to school?
No, because now I spend all my money on my projects. So yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Howard, tell him.
I'm an idiot.
Hey, don't put any of your own money in your projects.
I know.
Go ahead.
I think it's time for him to go. It's been over an hour and a half.
Jesus
wow.
This interrogation has been over an hour and a half.
I got to tell you, I got a million questions for you, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an interesting man.
I'd love to come back.
Yeah, come back sometime, will you? Don't
Yeah.
be a stranger.
Okay.
He has to get to class. I know.
I have a movie coming out with Seth this summer. Maybe I'll come back.
Come in then.
Yeah, definitely.
I got to ask you about Milk and making out with Sean Penn. And we never even got into that story about Sean Penn and how you ended up having lunch with the dude, and then he got you.
Oh,
I know,
right.
You
so the
keep
advice.
jumping topics.
What was the advice?
The advice was, he says, if you do a movie that you believe in and you work with the people that you believe in, if it doesn't perform for the critics or in box office wise, just don't look back. And he quoted some race car movie. There's an Italian guy gets into the car with his partner. First thing he does is he rips off the rear view mirror and throws it out the window. And his friend's like, what are you doing? He says, where we're going, we don't need to look behind us. And so if you believe in what you're doing, you don't let that stuff bother you. The problem was early on, I wasn't doing the movies that I believed in.
Right.
Now that I do the projects that I believe in,
you're happier.
I don't have to worry about that
Was
stuff.
it weird making out with the guy?
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird, right?
Yeah.
Did you tongue him?
Yeah, we tongued.
You tongued.
Oh, yeah.
Is that why you get gay
Did you
rumors
get
and
a
stuff?
boner
If you
then?
Did you consider not taking that role? Because you know any guy who plays a gay guy, even today in this Hollywood, right away you get tagged being gay. But you didn't care.
That's
right?
not true.
Oh, please.
It's true.
It is true.
It's true.
Oh, stop it.
But this
you get tagged that way. If you're an actor in Hollywood, you get tagged that way whether you do gay roles or not.
Anyway.
right. But you don't care, do you?
I don't care. And it didn't bother me for a second.
Did you think you could pull this off and make it look real?
What do you mean, look real? You kiss?
Did you guys? Hey, James, seriously, James, did you guys have to rehearse that and stuff? Like, did you have to make out with him?
No.
Yeah, how many times?
James, you just did that on set with Sean when you make out with him and stuff? That was it? Like, in other words, you didn't go back to like a hotel and say, hey,
no,
we got to practice.
We both know how
Or
to
get
kiss.
into the trailer.
I mean, we both kissed people before.
Do you get nauseous? I'm being serious now. Do you get, because like if I had to kiss a guy for a movie, I'd want to think I'd be up to it in the sense that like I'm an actor and I want to be able to do it. But at the same point,
I'll tell you the situation. I'll lay it out for you. So
go ahead.
We shot that movie in San Francisco, which was kind of amazing because we shot. Harvey Milk worked in a camera shop, and he ran his campaigns out of this camera shop on Castro Street. It's no longer a camera shop, but they got the building. I think it's an antique store now. They rented it, redid it as it was. So we shot in the actual place where the guy worked and lived. It was kind of amazing and very powerful. So we're in that camera shop. We know, okay, here's one of the big kiss scenes. The two characters are going to sit out in front. And Gus says, I've just got this shot where I start close on you and do a long pull out. So you guys are going to have to kiss for like a minute or more.
Wow.
So Sean and I, we're friends at that point. But it's like, okay, here it is. We didn't really discuss it, but it's like, okay, here it is. Sean's like making jokes like, all right, how about them Raiders? Yeah. We go out.
Clearly he doesn't say
Got to say a couple of butch things, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So then we do it, but it's out on Castro Street, just behind the camera. The whole community has come out. There are literally 200, maybe 300 people there watching as we do our first kiss. we're kissing. Okay, all right. I know how to do this. Yeah, use the tongue. Okay, fine. I'm kind of feeling his beard. All right, that feels a little different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
All right. After 30 seconds, you kind of psych yourself out like, okay, it's just a kiss. After 30 seconds, all right, I'm thinking I cannot deny what I'm doing now. And I literally, this is what I thought. Oh my God, I'm kissing Spicoli. I'm kissing, I'm kissing, and you get that moment where it's like, do I stop? And you have to just push through,
right?
And do it. And then,
did you feel nauseous at all? I'm being serious. I don't mean that. I mean, because it's not your thing.
I didn't feel nauseous. It was just a new sensation. You know what I mean? It's
how many takes did you have to do of that?
I think we did it twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But do you
That
get
one.
any kind of quivering at all about?
Yeah, he had a big boner.
Yeah, and I mean, this is nice, or this is...
God, if hosting the Oscars gave you hemorrhoids, imagine what the makeout scene did in Milk.
No. Because, I mean, here's what you learn. I mean, it didn't do it for me. I definitely didn't get wood that day either.
Right.
But it's just kissing another person. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's hard.
It didn't do it for me, but it wasn't like...
It was a great role, my friend.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, do you and Sean kiss every time you meet now? Because you just did that.
Broke the
Exactly.
ice. You still friends with him? Yeah, but that was a great movie.
Yeah,
Honest
Sean-
to
It
God.
is a great
Did you know
movie.
that was going to be great? I got to stop. Your publicist.
Yeah, they
said
want
you
to drag him out
gotta
of
go.
here.
All right.
No, we knew it was something special. Just going in, you knew it was something special. But and then for me, working with Gus Van Sant and Sean Penn, I mean, you
Yeah,
doesn't
and
get
then
better.
getting nominated too. I mean, Jesus, that's awesome. Well, you got nominated for
127
You should have been
hours, not
nominated.
that.
You should have been nominated. Fuck it, man. Yeah,
There were a lot of great people in that movie. It was a great cast.
All right, look. See James Franco in Spring Breakers. Man put in an hour and a half here.
Gotta go see it.
Thank you very much.
Publicist has to take him away. But,
Where's he going? To class, as you said?
yeah, he's got to go to class.
I'm doing Letterman tonight, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh,
better go
yeah, that's
prepare.
going to...
That'll tax you.
I got to go prepare.
All right, listen, James, I'm really glad you came
Yeah.
in. We're going to take a break. We'll do some news for you right after these words. Professor James Franco.
So, James, before you went in, you mentioned being nervous, not really sure of the direction of the interview.
Yeah.
Nearly an hour and a half later, super conversational, super comfortable. How does Howard do that?
He's I don't know if he's like this with everyone, but he's a nice guy. I got along with him. I like him. So it's easy to talk to him, and he's smart.
It seems like you guys made almost an instantaneous connection. It was like within 30 seconds you sat down, the nerves went away. How does he, separate himself from all the other interviews you do?
Well, one difference is we have more time, so you can just go, more into depth. One painful thing about doing interviews is you just get asked the same superficial questions all the time. Here, you get to talk about the good stuff and in a way that's interesting. So that's one huge difference. I enjoy his the way he mixes his interest in the art and the personal. He does it in a really good way, and I think that's kind of a crossover that I'm interested in as well. I don't know if I would ever be an on-air, radio host. I don't know if I could ever do it, but I'm interested in investigating the same things he is.
So if you ever were to take that type of leap, you would do it in the Howard Stern style, probably. That genuine interest.
Yeah, I mean, I do interviews for Playboy magazine, so I do try and conduct my interviews in a similar way where I talk about the art and I talk about the person, how they go together. I don't ask about sex lives as much, but Stern has carved that kind of area out for himself, so nobody's surprised when he asks about it.
Yeah, the boner question isn't coming out of left field for you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much. It was a great interview.
All right, thanks.